Hi, I'm Attorney Ben Schwartz. Today I want to know, should states pass laws that ban drivers from doing things like eating or putting on makeup while they're driving their vehicle? Uh, Basically, what I want to tell you is I'm reading the news on my iPhone, and on NJ.com there's an article. The title of the article is "Plan to Ban Coffee from New Jersey Drivers' Hands Would Be Strongest in the Nation." And I found this to be a really interesting article. Basically, there's a lawmaker in New Jersey who's trying to pass a bill that would prohibit eating and driving, or putting makeup on while driving. And as I'm reading the article, they're talking about some other states like Maine and Utah where they have highly restrictive laws for what you can and cannot do when you're behind the wheel. They give the example of Utah having laws that restrict drivers from attending to personal grooming and hygiene. There's also a law in Utah that prohibits drivers from reaching or searching for an item in the vehicle. And I'm an accident attorney. I handle car accident, personal injury cases all the time, and I constantly have car accident, personal injury, car accident, wrongful death cases where the cause of the accident was someone dropped their cell phone on the floor, reached down to get it, and when they came back up, the vehicle in front of them was stopped and they couldn't stop in time. I've got one right now where the at-fault driver dropped a GPS unit on the floor. She needed the GPS to figure out where she was going, and so she bent down to pick up the GPS unit. I got another one, actually one of the first cases I ever handled about 15 years ago. The at-fault driver was smoking a cigarette, and he dropped the cigarette, and it went down on the floor of the front passenger side. And so he bent over to reach that burning cigarette, and when he came back up, my client was stopped in front of him to make a left turn and ran right into the back of my client. So from my perspective, I can see why lawmakers would want to prohibit people from doing things while driving, like eating, putting on makeup, reaching down and grabbing things. But my question is, what do you think? Do you think that we ought to have specific laws for that? Is it enough that we have, in every state, there's a law prohibiting inattentive driving or careless driving? Is it enough that we have those laws? Would there be some benefit if there was an actual specific law that said you can't reach down and grab things while driving, you can't eat, you can't drink coffee while driving? If there was that specific of a law, would it stop people from doing those things that result in them becoming inattentive and result in them getting in accidents? What are your thoughts on this? I'd like to know. Please go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Schwartz and Schwartz. You can leave a comment there. You can also send me an email, ben.schwartz@schwartzandschwartz.com.